What's up, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604. Welcome back to Assetto Corsa. And today we're going to be driving this beautiful Koenigsegg 1-to-1 Skuga edition. This is a more track-focused edition and should be on the level of the Pagani Zonda R that I love so much. So to test that, we're going to put it around the Nordschleife to see if we can beat that 647.5. And we are talking about a megawatt of power in this thing. 1,360 horsepower. So you will hear the tires squeal even in third gear. It's just an incredible amount of power, and half the job with this car is just braking in time. It gets up to some insane speeds very, very fast. And like anything designed primarily for the road, it has limitations unlike race cars. As you can see, I gotta take it pretty easy through this windy section here, but this car shines. Once we start to open it up in some of the straight sections, like this, here we go. Just about 300 there. And you hear me, got all four wheels off the ground there, all four tires I should say. Already past 300. Barely hanging on here. Down 2 gears into the right-hander. Hear the tire squeal. Woo, a bit wide there. Down the hill. Now, something kind of interesting to watch is the pedal inputs. If you look at the bottom of your screen at the Sidekick app there, you'll see I'm barely on the gas. Not nearly as much as you would be in other hypercars. This 1,360 horsepower, just too much to stay on for very long. You really have to build your throttle and be very mindful when you have this thing all the way pressed. It is like no other car I've ever driven in Assetto Corsa. The good news is it has a ton of torque to go with all that horsepower as well. So getting things going from lower RPMs, not a struggle at all. You saw me going down the hill there in 4th gear, and the rear wheels were losing traction. Oh, barely held on there. So at times it seems like you're under driving this car, like you could push way deeper into the corners. It actually takes some getting used to. But it's just the fact that you have to be so mindful of your throttle input. You heard those 4th gear chirps there. I'm going to leave it in 3rd around here. Normally this would be a 2nd gear corner for me. Easily up to speed there. And again, off the throttle completely. Building. Slowly getting back onto it. I am already over 300 kilometers an hour, or I was. Braking where I normally wouldn't brake. This thing is just so outrageously fast. And I have no idea, I forgot to turn on my laps app. So we will only be able to find out at the end if we beat the 647. Whoa. We'll test the stability here down through the carousel. Seems fine. Nice wide tires seem to hug that uneven pavement really well. It's just incredible how fast this thing gets up to 250, 300 kilometers an hour without blinking. And to be fair, all this horsepower, all this madness, it neither feels overly difficult to drive nor plant into the ground. I think the massive modding team that helped create this, I think they've done a fantastic job. Just holding third gear here. And I'm really looking forward to opening this up down that massive straightaway to finish the lap. I believe 400 kilometers an hour will be a reasonable goal. And I say reasonable only in the context of this car. Can barely push an F1 car that fast. This is actually version 1.2. I've only ever test driven version 1.0 before this. And it's a very nice car, very well done. As far as visual details, we've seen better, but the sound seems on point and drives really nice, most importantly. Alright, see if we can get a decent launch here. Building, building, building. And we're off. Let's see what this thing can do. 350, 380, 390, 400, no problem. I'm actually going to have to brake here under the Bilstein sign. Getting low on fuel here. Alright, let's see what we got here for a lap time. 647.23. Okay, so just barely. So this thing seems right on par with the other hypercars. Very cool, very amazing to drive a Koenigsegg like this, and yeah, a megawatt of power, 1,360 horsepower is quite a fight. Download link is in the description, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.